It's not even conceivable. That's worse than Afghanistan. I hate to say it. That's worse than any war zone that we're in by a lot. It makes them look like tame places by comparison. So we're not going to let it go on. We're not supposed to wait for them to call, but they don't call.
Donald Trump is coming after everyone, and Lil Durk and his crew have somehow landed on the former president's radar. But what exactly did Durk do to attract the attention of Trump and one of the most aggressive crime-fighting organizations in the US? It's a wild and unusual story filled with smoke and speculation, but when the president gets involved, you already know it's never a small case, especially when it centers around one of Chicago's biggest rap figures. And if Durk goes down, it could mean serious trouble for everyone in his circle, including Quando Rondo. So let's break it all down and see what's really going on. If you've been following Durk's journey, you'll know it all traces back to 2020, when his right-hand man, King Von, was tragically gunned down on the streets of Atlanta. The loss hit Lil Durk hard. Von wasn't just an artist on his label. He was like a brother. They had come up together, surviving the trenches side by side. Fast forward to August 2022, and news broke out of LA about another violent incident, this time with a new victim. The man killed was Saviera Robinson, also known as Lou P., who turned out to be the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo. Now, as most people know, Quando was widely suspected to be involved in the hit on King Von. So naturally, the street started connecting the dots, calling this latest tragedy a calculated move, payback from Lil Durk. The word was that Durk was targeting Quando directly, and Lou P just got caught in the crossfire. That's the street theory, at least. It seemed like the score had been settled, until things escalated even more. Just 8 months after winning a Grammy, Durk was arrested in Florida in October 2024. The news shook fans because the reason behind the arrest wasn't immediately clear. What made things even more suspicious was that just hours before Durk was taken in, 5 members of his Only the Family OTF collective were also arrested. It was obvious this wasn't random. It was a coordinated high-level operation, and Durk was right at the center of it.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk could be linked to a second murder-for-hire plot, this time in Chicago. These are images of the gunman who shot Stefan Mack in 2022. Prosecutors say Mack was outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland when he was gunned down. The FBI linked the 2 men charged with Mack's to Durk using texts and confidential informants. Feds believe this was revenge for the death of Lil Durk's brother. To be clear, Lil Durk has not been charged in Max.
A few days later, a federal indictment out of Los Angeles sent shockwaves through all of Chicago. It claimed that Lil Durk and his crew were rappers by day and criminals by night. The indictment even linked them to the attempted hit on Quando Rondo. Now guess what empowered the feds to launch the operation? The RICO Act. Prosecutors are alleging that this is an organized gang, and Durk is the one calling the shots. So, where does Trump fit into all of this? The truth is, Trump has been vocal about crime in Chicago for a long time. Even before he returned to the presidency in 2023, he'd already been calling out the city's violence.
And you look at Chicago. What's going on in Chicago? I said the other day, what the hell is going on?
And your boy Durk even clapped back saying Trump didn't get it.
I really don't pay it no mind. There's violence everywhere. You can get self-defense everywhere, you kill anywhere, you stab anywhere, you choke anywhere, Just every city has a moment of the race. Like every city has a race. If you look up right now, who got the most right now in Chicago, probably.
Right. Yeah, per capita, it's other places, I bet.
That's what I'm saying. So now the story transpired to that city.
Right.
So that's why I never really comment on it, because every city has that.
Now that RICO's in place, Durk's in cuffs and Trump is president, some folks are revisiting his old clapback to Trump, saying the former president's had him on a list ever since and is now pulling strings to make him pay. Let's not forget what Trump did to even slightly disloyal cabinet members during his last term, so it's not far-fetched.
Donald Trump is...
But truth is, Lil Durk's troubles started way before Trump's second run. The feds had been building a case for years, tapping wires, flipping witnesses, and digging deep into that 2022 incident. They had solid evidence tying Durk to it all. The planning, the funding, the flight bookings, the burner phones, everything pointed back to him. It's serious, and RICO became the perfect tool to tie it all together into one massive case. Now, with Trump back in power, several reports claim he wants Durk to serve real time, using the case to show he's tough on crime. And with Durk and the F's trial pushed to October this year, things might take an even wilder turn, because word is the RICO investigation could shift its focus to Atlanta next, with Quando possibly in their sights.
I wanted to ask Tim a question. Okay, so Tim, I do want to ask you, what does
water? Oh,
no, it has.
yeah, throw me water.
No, it's new water.
It's cool. I just don't play about stuff like that. There's somebody trying to get it.
And your boy Durk even clapped back, saying that Trump didn't understand it at all.